Welcome to Gene and Mike to the New York Times crossword.
Hi, I'm Jean.
And I'm Mike. And today we are doing the crossword for Thursday, July 31st, 2025. So, did this crossword make you feel vindicated?
No, but it should have made you feel vindicated.
Because of the fact that there was a rebus in it?
And you predicted it.
Yes. Now, the fact that I've been saying that for like the last 300 episodes.
Well, that's true. You've been saying it for many weeks, and it has finally come to pass.
Mm-hmm. There was a rebus. Actually, I was surprised as anybody when it first appeared. Just like, oh, there's a rebus.
Uh-huh. Yes, there was quite a rebus in this puzzle. In fact, it was a very big rebus all over the puzzle.
Right.
10 rebuses that you had to fill in order to solve the puzzle.
So now we have to figure out what's the plural of rebus. Rebusi?
Rebuy?
Rebuy?
I don't know, but 10 are just rebuses.
Okay.
But anyway, the revealer clue was very clever. 39 across, it says one paying flat rates, flat meaning apartment, or when read as two words, a hint to this puzzle's theme. And the answer to that was tenants. And if you read it as two words, it's 10 ants. And that is because there were 10 ants, rebuses, in this puzzle.
Yes.
And that means, of course, there were 20 answers that had ANT in them.
Yes.
That is just kind of mind-boggling when you think about it.
Mm-hmm.
But, we had pendant, we had this can't be, we had infant, we had shanties, we had avant-garde and mutants. We had ran track.
Atlanta. Antenna.
Plants.
Right.
It's just amazing. Meant a lot. That was an answer.
Yes.
So yeah, it was pretty amazing how many different words have the letters A and T, or groups of words, I guess. There were a few multiple word answers there, but most of them were just one word.
Mm-hmm.
So,
which was your favorite?
Boy, that's a hard one.
Sort of like asking what's your favorite child?
Yeah. Well, shanties was one that kind of stood out because I was like, the clue for that was huts, and the answer was shanties.
Yes.
And I guess I knew that was a word for hut, but I always kind of relate it to like sea shanties. Isn't that a song?
Yes, I did not know that a shanty was a type of hut. I thought a shanty was I've always heard it in the phrase sea shanty.
Yeah,
I didn't know I didn't even think you could have land shanties.
No, I've heard it as that, but it seems like it's more commonly thought of as a song.
Yes.
So we had Dear Santa in there.
And, yeah, that was cute.
Mm-hmm. And antlers, and anthology. So just amazing.
So your favorite was shanties, to summarize.
I think so, yes. Okay. What about yours?
I liked anthology. Because I was sort of surprised that it started, bang, there's the rebus right there.
One across was mutants, and then 4 down was anthology.
And you had to sort of correct your default pronunciation. Instead of, you can't say anthology, Antology.
No, anthology.
Interesting if you had an anthology. Hello, anthology. Written any anthologies?
It was interesting because the very first clue, one across, had a rebus in it. And of course, the clue was the X-Man example. So I thought, oh, comic. It was only 5 squares. I thought, oh, comic. So that's what I put in, like a comic book.
Sure.
And then I realized the first 2 letters were M-U, and I thought, oh, mutants. Oh, no, that doesn't fit. So I thought, well, what else would they call them? Muted? Mutai?
That's when they turned off the microphones.
And then a little while later, I can't remember quite where I figured out we had to put ants in all these squares. But once I figured that out, I'm like, oh, mutants. So,
right.
Yeah. So
I got it, I think, at the junction of 19 across which was transfer from one bottle to another, decant.
Yeah, I think that's where I got it too.
And 13 down, some spies, plants.
Plants, yes.
I think I had the L and the S, so I thought it has to be ant, and then decant came out of that. And then I discovered it somewhere else. Might have been 37 across. That was, let's see, bit of Chinese New Year decor, lantern. Actually, that one took me a while to figure out.
Yes, me too.
I wanted it to be dragon.
Me
for
too.
some reason.
That's
Really?
what I thought. Or mask, some kind of a mask, but there are too many squares for that. But yeah, it was pretty amazing.
Yes. It would have been awesome if at the end of the crossword, all the ants just sprouted legs and wandered off.
Oh, that would have been fun.
Or they just turned into ants.
Or turned into ants.
Yes.
Yeah, that would have been a lot of fun. But no, that might have been a little more than they can.
I'm sure they
put
could.
together.
I'm sure they could do it, but the question is, do they want to? Apparently, the answer was no in this case.
That's more a Sunday kind of animation. Where probably more people would see it because more people do Sunday. I would imagine than any other, right? So.
Yeah, for one across that X-Men clue, I had movie. So that at least matched one down. The laptop accessories were mice.
Yes.
But then that didn't work with two down. The thick Japanese noodle, of course, udon.
Udon. I knew that had to be udon. And 17 across, it was a picture of a colon, the punctuation mark, the two dots. So I'm like, well, that's got to be colon. What else could it be?
Right.
The eyes of a emoticon. But anyway, so yeah, there were some gimmies in that corner,
but three down wasn't a gimme. Main component of steatite was talc.
Talc, yes.
I didn't even know that steatite was a word.
No, I did not.
Sounds like someplace you live in Washington. That might be Seattle.
So, well, there was a state in that corner, 14 across, home of the White Cloud Mountains, which I've never heard of. And, I've lived in this country all my life. And I thought I knew its geography, but I'd never heard of the White Cloud Mountains. But those are in Idaho.
Right.
Must be like the top part of the Rockies or something.
Yeah, we had another one around here. Let's see if I can find it. It was 5 down, and that was...
Oh, yeah,
I didn't have to go far to find it. State bordering Arizona. So I was like, okay, Arizona. Maybe Nevada. I was sort of guessing maybe Colorado.
Yeah,
Turned out to be Sonora.
Sonora.
I don't remember that state. Is that the 51st?
It must be a Mexican state.
It has to be, yes. Yeah.
Yep.
You look everywhere but south.
Right.
6 down was only part of Italy's 900-year-old Basilica di Santa Giulia that remains. And I had a choice of apse or nave.
Right. And
it was apse.
It was the apse, yes.
And the reason I say I have a choice is I only know 2 4-letter words for church parts. Steeple would not fit.
Nope.
8 down is where I actually ended up. River Lee Singer 2015 was Adele.
Yes.
But for 15 across, the excellent sort of person to be a copy editor, I had piquant. And so I don't actually think that piquant, at least with that spelling, is even a word. But anyway, so I had a cell, and I'm like, who's a cell? And then I realized it's Adele. And I listened to that song. It's a great song.
Oh, is it?
It's fantastic,
I don't
yes.
think I've heard that one.
Listeners, if you get a chance, break out the 2015 River Lee song. It's on Adele's 25th, or her 25 album.
Yeah.
I guess she names all her albums after how old she is.
Right.
If I was in the music industry, I'd just put my social security number down instead. But that way I wouldn't have to change it from album to album.
True.
30 across was little guys, kiddos.
Kiddos.
That was sort of cute.
Yes.
And then we had 40 down, which sort of echoed, I think, something from Triplet Tuesday. Your, and the answer was thine.
That's right.
Didn't we have thy yesterday?
We had thy, yeah from
right.
Tuesday.
And then 41 across, ANTithesis, which is abbreviation of agency, watching the skies. So I thought, okay, that could be, I thought maybe it's the NSA.
Yes.
They're listening to satellites. And I thought, oh, the CIA is obviously going to be monitoring the sky for who knows what. And then I thought, well, the Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, because they're looking for evidence of smog or particulate matter, like we have an AQI of unmentionable right now.
Oh, it's bad.
Yep.
I thought of the National Weather Service because they look at the sky, right? You
Right.
know? But
And of course, the very last thing was FAA.
FAA, yeah. Makes sense.
Now, most of the FAA probably doesn't look at the sky.
They look at airplanes.
Right. Which typically are in the sky, I guess.
But that's not when they're looking at them.
Right. Let's see. We had 45 across. We've been seeing this sort of clue a lot lately. Used to the fullest, milk.
Yep.
And did you know 46 across? Full house pair, Olsons.
Yes, I knew that.
Did you?
The Olsen twins.
I did not know that.
They played one person. They played one little girl. And
there were two of them?
But they had to have two because they were so young that, they can only be on, if they're a certain age, they can only be on the screen so many minutes.
Wow.
So they're pretty much identical twins.
So it was like a movie. They'd need triplets or something.
Yeah.
50 across, I thought was interesting. Award-winning Donald Glover TV series, or where it was filmed, Atlanta.
Yes.
So the series Atlanta was filmed in Atlanta. That's novel.
Makes sense.
Let's see, 52 across. Avalanche Group, for short, was NHL.
Right.
Did you get that?
I did.
Right away?
I did, but I don't know where they are from, the Avalanche.
Well, it's got to be someplace with mountains, right?
Well, you would think.
So, let's see.
Colorado Avalanche or something.
Maybe the...
Denver.
Denver?
No, I have not.
Is there a
yet.
Denver team? Maybe they're just like... a Dairy Queen group. I mean, they have no fixed city, but they're just from employees of Dairy Queen who like to skate.
That would have to be Blizzard.
Oh.
It is the Colorado Avalanche.
Who does Avalanche then? There's another. Is that McDonald's that does the Avalanche?
No.
Burger King? Somebody does Avalanche.
I think that might have been TCB Wise. Did they do an Avalanche?
I don't know.
I don't know either. But
I want to go to...
But the hockey team's in Colorado.
Okay. I just want to go to a fast food place that sells light dusting of snow. I don't want a full-blown avalanche.
A smidgen. Just a smidgen of snow.
Yeah. 54 down was... Let's see. I'll get my clue here eventually. Blank Farmiga, Best Supporting Actress nominee for 2009's Up in the Air. Vera.
Vera, yes.
Have you seen... Up in the Air?
No,
You should have been like the FAA, watching the skies.
That's right. That's right.
Apparently, it was a very good movie. Highly profitable, and George Clooney was in it, and Vera was in it.
Okay.
But there were no phasers, so I've never watched it.
Got it.
All right. I think that is it for today.
Okay.
So, thanks everyone for listening.
Yes.
Friday's crossword's going to be out soon. We're going to tackle it.
Yep.
Here's my tip for tomorrow. It probably won't involve a rebus.
I'm going to say it'll be hard.
It'll be hard? Well, we'll find out, and it'd be funny if it did have a rebus.
Yes, it would. But...
It would just be up like Will. He'd have, let's see, at this point, 28 minutes to make the old switcheroo. Not sure how he handles the print edition, though.
Yeah.
He probably wants to keep the two in sync.
Probably, yes.
All right. Well, indeed, that is it for today. And we'll be back again with our cutting edge analysis of tomorrow's crossword tomorrow.
Bye-bye.